Hello, today we will be creating a Y tube. So let's go to OnShape. This is a free subscription. Let's go to create, document, Y tube. So I want to create a plane on the front here, and I want to create another plane off of that. So I'm going to do offset plane. So let's click here at plane, front, and do offset, and we're going to do 24 inches. And we're going to flip it the other way, click on that little arrow. Okay. So we're going to start our first contour here, and it's going to end with the contour there. And we'll create a guide on this here top plane. So let's hide our right plane. So click on there and then hide that right. All right. So now we're going to click on front plane. We're going to do a sketch on front, and let's normalize that. Let's look at that. Let's build a rectangle off of this, and let's hit D for dimension. Click there. We're going to make this 12 inches, and we're going to make it 6 inches here. Okay, now we want to round this area right here, so let's click 3-point arc, 0.1, 0.2, and we're going to wait till that circle hits that line right there, 0.3. So M for trim. We're going to trim both of those, and then we are done with this sketch. So let's finish that sketch. Okay, let's click on sketch. We're going to sketch on plane 1, and let's create a circle. I'm going to do D for dimensions, and I want a 6-inch circle. All right, and I want to put that circle roughly the same height as this guy right here. So let's hit this guy right here, dimension this guy to this guy, and we're going to keep that. Let's see if we can pull off a dimension. That was it right there. Perfect. 0, 0 on that guy. So it looks a little messy, but that's exactly centered. So now we can pull this over. So let's grab, let's do a dimension from here to the center of that. So click on that guy, click on this guy. We can make this like 6 inches. Okay, left click. And let's get out of that, finish that. So now we are going to build the guide. All right, so now let's create a sketch on the top plane. And now we want to project this line or point and project that point onto the top plane. So to do that, we're going to go with use or convert. Let's click that, click on a line right there. It created a point. That's exactly what we want. We want to click on that point right there. So we created point and point, and now we want to combine those with a spline. So let's click on top here. So now we start here, we'll pull it in and right click to confirm that spline, and we can adjust this to whatever we want afterwards. You can add more splines if you want to. This one's got a horizontal attribute, so we can click a horizontal constraint. We can actually click on show constraints, click on that guy, and we can hit delete, and then that will remove that constraint. Okay, so that's if you don't want it. But yeah, you can move these around however you want. Let's move this one back a tiny bit. All right, let's click OK, green check. Now we're gonna rotate, and we want to loft this now. So we're going to go with loft, click on our profile, first profile, second profile, and then we're going to click on our guides and continuity, and then click on this guy right here. Normal profile. There we are. Tangent to profile. You can see it changing a little bit, and then I click on none. All right, so now we created half of this. So let's click OK. So now let's mirror this here. So we'll click on mirror, click on this guy, mirror plane. We're going to use our right plane actually. Let's show that. And then we're going to click on that guy right there. Let's click OK. it created a brand new copy of a part. So let's do a transform on this guy. We're going to move this guy in, and we can click on X, Y, Z. We can hold this, pull this in, so you can pull it in however much you want. I got 3 inches. Okay. Now we can union these two together. So let's hit Boolean union part 1 and part 2. Okay. All right, it has created one part now. Now we can add a fillet to the edges. We're going to create a fillet in this area here. Then we can add a fillet there. And then a fillet to the other side. Green check. All right, so now we can do a hollow or shell. Shell that out. And we can tell it what kind of thickness we want. Just going to keep it at that. Green check. All right, so we can see it's hollow now, or it's shelled out now. Let's replace face on these two faces. So we're going to go over here, replace face, click on that guy. Now we want to click on this, and replace face with, let's rotate, click on top surface, green check. Now we see it's totally hollow. Now let's say if you wanted to add a flange to this, we could click on this face right here. Let's choose a sketch, that face right there, and we can go with an offset. Let's click on this outer edge, and we can choose whatever size we want. Let's say it's a 1 inch offset. Click on all these edges. Green check. Let's do an extrusion. Extrude, click on that guy right there. And we can actually click on that guy too. We want to include both of those. And we're going to go up 1 inch. We're going to add it to part 1. So add, solid add, make sure it says part 1, which is this guy right here. Green check. All right, added that flange. Now let's do it with the top 2. So let's click on sketch on this surface right there. Let's click on this back. Let's offset that. We're going to flip that, click there. We're going around the contour of this guy. Okay, looks complete. Or we're going to go with the 1 inch. Green check. Right now we could do a, if we don't want to do this 2 times, we can copy that over to this side. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's go with extrude. We're going to extrude this guy and that line right there. So they're combined bodies. We want to do a new, and 1 inch sounds good. Notice it's different color. And what I want to do is translate this, transform this to this. All right, now we want to transform. We want to entity to transform or copy this guy, copy part, and we want to translate it by XYZ. And I believe it's 9, so let's move it over. And yeah, 9. Enter, green check. All right, so now I'll do a union, Boolean. All right. Now we're going to hide all planes. We're going to hide all our sketches. All right, there we go. That concludes our video. Thanks for watching. Bye.